Hi everyone. Today we are going to start a new session, and today we were going to learn conditional statements and the for loop. Previously, we have already covered a lot of things, basic things in the Python, and today mostly we will be doing understanding the things with the help of code. So theory part we will be covering very less if it is necessary. I will try to explain you. And I'm going to take this session for almost 2 hours. So if needed, I will give you a break of maybe 10 minutes so that you can have water break or whatever. So I am Anup Jha, and I am a data scientist, and I have started this journey of teaching everyone free of cost whatsoever it will be. And we are starting from the basics of Python, and then we will move to the advanced Python. Thereafter, we will move to the statistics. And after statistics, we will be covering the advanced mathematics, which is used in machine learning and deep learning. Thereafter, we will move to SQL database. And from after SQL, we will cover the machine learning, then deep learning, and thereafter, we'll share all those things. Fine. So let's start. I'm going to share my screen and we will start coding now. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. See, till here today we are going to study the conditional loop, conditional statement. The first conditional statement, the first thing that comes in the conditional statement is if else, then if, elif else, then if else, elif else. Even if for, while for, and all those things. So let's get into the practice mode first. So what this conditional statement says? This conditional statement says, let's say if case one, if there is a case one, and if the case one is true, let's say it is true, it is giving the value true, then perform this action. Perform action one. Action one. If this is not true, then the control goes to the next loop, next statement, elif. Elif, case 2, perform action 2. If it is not true, then it goes to the default statement, that is else. Perform action 3. What it means? It means we are providing Python one case, first case, let's say case 1. And if the case 1 is true, let's say, then it will perform some action. The action that we will give, ask the Python to perform, it will perform that action. If let's say the case 1 is false, if it is not true, then the control goes to this statement, this line, elif case. Then it checks whether the case 2 is true or not. If the case 2 is true, then it performs this action. If the case 2 is not true, then what happens? The control goes to this line, else line, and it performs this action. One important point here is that else is a default case. That means Python here is not Python in this case, else line. Here it is not checking any condition. If let's say this is false, case 1 is false, case 2 is false, and case, then it will not check this statement. It directly executes this action. action number 3. Let's say if the case 1 is true, then it performs this action and the control come out of this state, come out of this block. See, this is one block of code, this is second block of code, and this is third block of code. And we are doing the indentation here. See, if I am writing this statement, if case 1, after if I am writing one case statement, case 1, and after case statement, we are putting colon. So if you see, I am doing an indentation. If I put my cursor here and we enter the enter key, then it will directly comes here, not here, because it by default it is taking this indentation. Indentation is uh, four space key space. In the second, same thing, we have to put colon. It is necessary because if we do not put the colon, Python will not going to execute my if statement, or Python will not going to execute my elif statement or else statement. So colon is mandatory here. You must have to put the colon here. After colon, as soon as you put the colon, Python understand that another code block, another block of code starts from here. This is another code block starts from here. This is not this. Another code block starts from here, and this is one block of code. This is our second block of code, and this is our third block of code. Now let's see. We will take a few examples, and then we will try to understand this statement. Let's say 1 is equal to 100. Sorry, A is equal to 100 and B is equal to, let's say, 50. I have taken two variables, A and B, and I have assigned 100 to A and I have assigned 50 to B. Now I am asking if A is greater than B and putting a colon, print the statement A is greater than B. And I'm executing this. What happens? I get A is greater than B. Why I am getting this? Because as soon as I put this statement, if this condition, if A is greater than B, Python checks whether A is greater than B or not. Yes, here A is greater than B. That's why, since A is greater than B, that's why Python is executing whatever inside this block. This is one block. If the statement is true, if this condition is true, then and only Python gets inside this block and execute whatever inside this block. In this case, it is coming out to be true. That's why Python goes inside this block and prints this statement A is greater than B. Now let's say I change the statement. If A is less than B, print A is less than B. A is less than B. What happens in this case? And I run this. We get nothing here. In spite, our program gets run, but we get nothing. Why we get nothing? Because Python here in this if statement, Python checks A is A less than B, A is 100 and B is 50. No, A is not less than B. That means this condition becomes false. When this condition becomes false, Python doesn't goes inside this block of code. It comes out of the block. So it comes out of the block and Python has nothing to print here. So nothing we get here as a print string. We can take several cases like this here. Now let's say I am going to give you some other statement. Let's say I am taking one value. Value is equal to, let's say, 100. Or let's say value is equal to 200. And I am writing if say VL, if VL, then print value and print the value of the value.
Means since A is not less than B in line 2, so it
Yes.
is not printing. Huh?
See, what is happening here? It is Python is checking. Is A less than B? What I am getting? If I ask you if A is less than B, what you
No.
will say?
No.
No, matlab in true or false. I am asking you in true or false. What you will say?
False.
False. If it is false, then the Python will not go inside this block of. It is not coming in this block. It is just exiting this block of.
So it is
That's
not
why
printing.
it is. That's why
It is
this
not
print
giving any output.
statement is. Yes, that's why this print statement is not executing. On the Python will get inside any block of code only when the conditional statement is true. If this condition here, what is happening? A is greater than B, and it is true. I am getting true. If I ask, if is A greater than B? Yes, 100 is greater than 50. So it is true. That's why Python control comes inside this block of code and it is executing this print statement. Whatever I have written inside this print statement, A is greater than B, it is executing.
Got it.
In the second case, what is happening? Since A is less than B, A is not less than B, means it is false. Python control is not coming in this block of code. It is just exiting from here, and thereafter I do not have anything to print. Let's say if I add here something, print my name, and now if I am running this code, what will happen? It is printing this statement. Why it is happening? Because see, first Python is checking, is this true or false? It is false. That's why the control of the Python is not going inside this block of code. It is exiting from this block of code and it comes in the and it goes to the next statement. So here what I have written? Print. So it is printing my name. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Shankar?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now here what has happened? I have taken one variable VAI and I have assigned 200 to this variable. Now I am asking if VAL, what it means, if this variable comes here, then print value. So I am getting here value. And in the next line, I have asked print VAL, print the value of this variable. So I am getting 200 here. Is it fine? Are you getting? Fine. Let's move. Let's say this is very, very simple and very generic code because since we are here we are learning the fundamentals of Python. That's why I'm giving you such a very small code and small examples. But all these examples will help you when we learn the advanced Python. Okay, fine. So let's say if I write this code, if true, You should keep typing along with me, okay, and keep on executing your code. If you face any issue, if you face any problem, you can ask me, because the audio and video both is open. So you can ask me anytime. You can interrupt me in between, not an issue, and ask me. Let's say I wrote, if true, print it is true. It is true. And I'm getting it. See, I already have told Python, yeah, it's true. So whatever thing I will put inside this block of code, it will get executed automatically. Because in the initial stage, I am not checking whether I have already, in the initial stage, in the if condition, I have defined that it is true. Because I have already defined it, Python is executing the code. Whatever I will write, let's say I will write print 8 into 9. And then if I will run this, it will execute. Because, and let's say if what happens if I will ask, if I write the same thing here, let's check if it is false here, false, and then I will execute this. I'm not getting it. Why I'm not getting anything? Because after if statement, Python is checking the condition. The condition itself is false. I have defined the condition as a false. So Python is not going inside this block of code, in which print it is true and print 8 into 9 is there, is not getting inside this block of code, and it is just coming out of the block. That's why we are not getting any print statement. Is this thing, have you understand this? Now, see, I am taking one variable and I am writing variable to be, let's say, false. And I have assigned this false to this variable x. And now I am defining one condition. If x print if x print x first true, and I am writing else print and if I run this code, I am getting this. Let's understand this. In this case, you have an opportunity to understand the case of if and else statement. Till now, we have just covered the case of if statement. Now we are going into the case of if else statement. Say, I have taken one variable x and I have assigned false. And now I am saying if x print I was true. Now, when the Python control comes here and check x, what is x? X is false. Since x is false, now the Python control will not go inside this block of code. It will just come out of the block and it will goes to the next line. So next line is here, else, not else. Else, what is else statement? Else statement, if else statement, what else statement say? Say here, if case 1 is true, perform action 1, else perform action 3. If case 2 is true, then perform action 2. otherwise perform action 3. So by this, we conclude that since this is X is not true, X is false, so now the control goes to the next statement, next line, else line, and the else line will execute automatically because whatever be the condition of X, if the X is not true, else block will execute. So print, I will be printed in any case whether X is true or not. Correct? Whatever block, if whatever thing you will write inside the else statement, it will get printed. Let's understand this by taking some more examples. Okay. Let's say, let's P is equal to 10, Q is equal to 20. If P plus Q greater than 0, print sum is positive. See, else print sum is negative. Let's execute this. P is 10, Q is 20, and it is checking. P plus Q, what is P plus Q? 10 plus 20 is 30, which is greater than 0. So, since this is true, this is coming out to be true, it is printing sum is positive. Now, this block of code is executing. So, the control terminates here because it's already get executed. Sum is positive. Now, let's say I change this variable Q and I make it like take this entire code in other cell. Now let's say I will make this Q minus 20. And now I am re-executing it. Now I am getting sum is negative. Why I am getting this? See, first Python is checking. P plus Q is P plus Q greater than 0? No. It is coming out to be false because here P and Q is negative number. It is not coming out to be positive. So the control is not going inside this block of code. It just goes in this other line. The control goes to the next line in this block. And this block says print sum is negative. That's why it is printing sum is negative. Let's take few more examples to understand more in more details. Let's take one variable LOC and print and take the bank. Now, if LOC is equal to auto shop, print welcome to auto shop. Elif LOC is equal to bank bank, print, welcome to bank. Else, print, now I'm executing this. Let's see what I did. See, this variable, I will assign bank, this string inside this variable. The Python is checking whether LOC is equal to autosop. If LOC is equal to autosop, is LOC equal to autosop? Am I getting true or false? Will you please tell me, any one of you? Is this statement true or false? Is this condition true or false?
False. False.
False. If it is false, then what happened? What will happen?
It will exit.
Correct. It will exit from, it will not go inside this block. It will exit and it will go to the next line. What is the next line? This is the next line. Because this is one block of code. This is another block of code. Block of code starts from this semicolon. Sorry, from colon, not semicolon, from colon. So it will come now on the next line here, elif. And it is asking, it is checking, is LOC is equal to bank? Yes. What I am getting? True or false? Here, what I will get? Here, in this line, can you please tell me? Any one of you, can you please tell me? LOC is equal to bank. Is this condition true or false?
True. True.
True. Why it is true? Because we know LOC is equal to bank.
Right.
If it is true, then the control goes inside this block of code, and where what is written here? Print. Welcome to bank. Yes. So that's why it is printing here. Welcome to bank. And it will not go, because it is the condition here is fulfilled. That's why it is not going inside the other block of code.
So this is called
Is it
block or
fine?
loop. I mean,
Yes. This is
line number 9 and 10. The complete is called block or a loop.
This is not loop. This is not loop. I will discuss the loop in some time. This is just a block of code. This is one block of code. This is the block of code. This is the block of code. This is a conditional statement. It is checking the condition. Let's why this? See, Python is checking if this condition is true, then it is executing. Then it will execute this block. Elif comes when there is when we have more than one condition. Let's say we have only two conditions. Here we have only two conditions, so I am putting if else statement here. Is it fine? I am putting is that if else statement. If this is true, then execute this. Else execute this. It means this. If I have more than two conditions, let's say here I have three conditions. What Python will do? First, it will check for more than two conditions. What we will use? We will initially first condition we will write with if statement. If condition, first we will write if statement. Thereafter, whatever condition we are having, maybe 10 condition, 20 condition, 50 condition, we will write the elif. Elif. Here only we have three conditions, so we have wrote elif here. So Python is checking, is this condition true? Let's say this is true, that's why it is printing, and it is exiting. Let's say if I wrote here something else, other than bank, I will let's say something else, car. And if I will execute this, what will happen? This condition, now this condition become false. Is it fine? This condition become false. Because this condition becomes false, Python is not going inside this print statement, this block. It is going into the next statement, else, and it is printing where are you? Because else is a default state, default condition. If this condition is not true, if this condition is not true, or whatever condition is there in between is not true, by default, else condition will get executed. Is it clear to you? Is this clear to you? I am giving you a few minutes of time so that you can write this if you want.
Elif is else if.
What?
If is else if.
This is elif, elif, ELIF.
Is else if.
If, elif, else.
What is
If
elif?
this is the condition. See, I have just explained you. If let's say if I have only two conditions to execute, if I have only two conditions to check, then in that case, first condition I will write in if condition, if block of code, and second condition we will write in else block of code. If I will, but let's say here there is a three condition. So first condition I am writing in if block, second condition I am writing in elif block, and the third condition I am writing in else block. Else is a condition which is a default condition. If these two is not executed, this will automatically get executed. Ruchi, are you getting these? Understanding this? Can you please confirm?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So are you typing along with me?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm giving you 2 minutes time. Just see my screen and type this and execute at your end. And then we will start uh, again. Shall we move forward? Okay.
Just a minute here.
Okay. Be quick. Adhyatman, are you getting?
Yeah.
Adhyatman Rahul Pandit.
Hello.
Are you?
Hello.
Yes. How are
Yes, sir.
you?
Having some technical issues.
Okay. So are you seeing my screen? This
Yes,
is
sir.
this is a revision session for you
Yes,
because
sir.
I understand you have already studied all those things. So because we are just playing with the basics. So
Yes, sir.
just keep it as a revision session, and if you face any doubt, you can ask because audio and video both is open, so you will
Okay,
be
sir.
easy anyway. Okay, fine. Let's move further. Now I am moving forward. Sir. I am defining one variable called num, and if none print positive. See, this is one very simple code. I think someone is pinging me in chat. Not able to see chat. Will you please? Okay. See, I am. This is one variable num. I am putting the value 10 inside this, and I am putting this condition. If none, print this thing. Number is positive. Otherwise, there is no else block here. There is no elif block here. Here I am printing. This will print always. What does it means? It is checking. If none, is this value none? If none, no, it is not none. We do not know. So it is coming out of this block and it is printing this. This will print always. Some very simple block of code. Num, let's say num is equal to 10. And if num is greater than 0, print positive number. Number else print negative number. Since 10 is greater than 0, that's why we are getting positive number. If we change here, to, let's say, 0, what will happen? I am getting negative number because I had put the condition anything which is greater than 0 is supposed to be positive, and if it is not positive, then it will print this, whether it is 0, because I have put that condition here. If something is not greater than 0, that means it is negative. That's why I am getting a negative. If I extend this further and I put this like, if num is greater than 0, print positive, and I put if I would like to elif num is equal to 0. If I put this condition here, print 0, 0. Now what I will get? I will get 0. Why I will get 0? Because earlier I have not put this condition of 0. That's why it is giving me this thing, negative number. Now I put one more condition here. Condition is if elif num is equal to 0, then print 0. Let's say if I put -2 here, what will I get? I will get negative. Because first it is checking this condition, it is coming out to be false because num is not greater than 0. Then it is checking this condition, is num is equal to 0, it is coming out to be false. Then it is executing this statement, this line, this condition, else print negative. Now let's see some more examples. You type along with me. Let's say I'm putting this.
Just a minute. Can you scroll up?
Please type. Shall we move ahead? Let's move ahead. I will give you time at the end of the session. If anything is left, you can do that. And also, I will be sharing this entire sheet with you. So, if anything gets taught during this session, you can have a look. Also, this entire session will be recorded. So, if you want, you can see, you can revise it from the recorded session. Fine. Let's go. Now, I am giving you here, this is the condition of nested if block. Till now, we have studied the block, if block. Here, we will be doing nested if. Nested if. What is nested if? if inside if. When the if condition is inside the if condition, then that is called nested if. So let's see what is nested if. Let's say num is equal to 12.5, and I'm checking the condition if num is greater than equal to 0. If num is greater than equal to 0, then I am putting one more condition. If num equal to 0, then I am putting this statement print 0. Else print positive number. Else print negative number. And now I am executing this. Can any one of you explain this piece of code? Can I expect that any one of you can explain me this piece of code? How it is executing? Or shall I proceed with the explanation? Adhyatman. Okay, fine. Please explain Adhyatman.
Yes, sir. So in this code, what we have done is we have defined a variable num which has some number.
Correct.
So then
Which
we
has
have
not some
checked.
number, which has some floating point values. Correct. Okay.
Okay, sir. So then this like we have run it through a condition. So we have checked if the number is greater than or equal to 0. So
Correct.
if it is greater than or equal to 0, we have again checked if it is equal to 0. So if it is equal to 0, we said that we printed the statement 0. Else, if it is not equal to 0, we printed the statement positive number. And if it is not greater than 0 also and not equal to 0 also, we have printed the statement negative number.
Fine. Great, Adhyatman. I understand. You know all those concepts. It's good. It's a revision. I already told you it's a revision system for you. Now let me explain you the other guys. See, this is a condition of nested if, as I have earlier told you. Nested if means if statement inside the if statement. So I have defined one variable num, and I have assigned the value 12.5 inside this variable. Now I am putting first condition. What is the first condition? If num is greater than equal to 0, if num is greater than equal to 0, so if num is greater than equal to 0, then it will go inside this block of. So here check, is num greater than equal to 0? Mr. Sankar? Is num greater than equal to 0, Mr. Sankar?
Yeah.
Is num greater than equal to 0? Yes. If it is greater than equal to 0, then this statement comes out to be true. So it goes inside this block of. This is the semicolon. And after this semicolon, this block of code starts from here. Now, it is defining again if statement. This is the if statement. And inside this statement, I am defining another if statement. If condition.
Right.
So what this if condition is checking? If num is equal to 0. Now it is checking. Is first it has checked greater than equal to 0. And it comes out to be true. Then it goes, the control comes here. Now it is checking, is num equal to 0? So tell me, Shankar, is num equal to 0? What I will get? True or
No,
false?
no, no.
No. So what will happen? In this case, this comes out to be false. So the
False.
control will jump to the next block. So what is the next block? Else block. This is the next block.
Right.
This if and else, this else, it comes here and it will print positively. Are you getting my point? Then, and if the if statement, it means if a statement is get executed, then there is no need to execute the else statement. That's why we are not getting anything. Let's say if I will change the value of variable, let's say num. If I will write minus 20, what will happen? Please tell me. Ruchi, please tell me what will happen. Ruchi,
Yeah.
please tell me if I
The
will.
first statement becomes false. The first one becomes false,
Fine. So what will happen
and
if
the
the first
second one
state,
also becomes false. It is
second
not
one, which
even
second
equal to
one?
0, nor it is greater than equal to 0.
No, no. Which second statement you are talking about?
The if statement inside the if statement.
What second statement you are talking about? The second statement will also become false. What second statement you are talking about? Please clarify me.
Else print positive number.
This thing, this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So
Getting a
It will
syntax
print
error.
negative number.
okay. Okay.
It will print negative number.
Let me there is an option in June to select annotate. Okay, fine. Let me use the feature of June and explain. See, please understand it very clearly. What I am going to explain you right now, Jyoti. Sorry, Suruchi. What you are telling, will you please explain me once again? What you are telling that it is checking this block of code. Num is greater than equal to 0. Correct?
Yeah.
So what will happen if it
Comes
check
up
this block of code? Num is greater than equal to what it will give? True or false?
false.
False. Am I right?
Yeah.
So if it is false, then how come it will come inside this block of code? If this is false, then how come that it will come inside this block of code? It will not come inside this block of code because this statement is getting false. Since this statement is getting false, it will not come inside this block of code. Instead, it will not come inside this block of code because it is false. So it will not
Yeah.
come inside this block of code. It will jump to the next statement.
Next statement.
See, this is one block of code. This entire is one block of code. This entire is one block of code.
Then why is it giving positive number? That's what
This
I
is
get.
one block of code.
It should give negative number.
What? I'm not hearing your voice. Will you please speak loudly?
I'm saying then why it is giving the output positive number, it should be negative number. Because of that output I got confused.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Because I have not yet run that piece of code here.
Okay.
Let me run it. Is it giving you negative number?
Yeah.
Because I was asking from you guys whether you guys are able to answer me or not. Thereafter, I had to run. Will you understand this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it is it is false. So Python is not going inside this block. It directly comes inside this block and printing negative number.
Okay.
Is this concept clear to all of you? Now let's move. See, now I am going to give you one very simple program that you have to type and you have to execute on your own. I am giving you three numbers. Num1 is equal to, let's say, 10. Num2 is equal to, let's say, 50. And num3. This is three variable. Num3, let's say, it is equal to 50. You have to write a Python program to find the largest element among the largest number among the three. Write a program to find the largest number among the three. Just start writing, and I'm giving you like say 3-4 minutes of time. You have to finish. This is very simple. Whatever concept that we have covered till now, you can use that concept. Nothing you have to do beyond that. Only those concepts which you have studied till now, you have to use only that concept. Nothing more, nothing less. And you have to time. Your time starts now. I'm giving you a few minutes. After that, I will explain this piece.
The largest number among the इसकी वायर है ना वायर पता नहीं बाहर है वो उसके अंदर है। इसकी चार्जिंग की वायर चार्जिंग की चार्ज कोई भी चार्जर ले
Mr. Tankar, I have understood your doubt. At the end of this session, maybe in between this one, I will explain you. Whatever the mistake that you are doing
Yeah,
is
I've got it.
the indentation mistake
Yeah,
that you
that
are
was
doing.
indentation bits.
Indentation mistake. Correct.
Right, indentation.
Now your time up. I'm going to. Have you guys able to do it? And one more thing. Yes, I understood. Adhyatman, you have done. I'm very happy that you must have done it. I know. You can Adhyatman, you can share your code on chat if you want. Can you please share your code on chat?
Okay, sir. Wait. The 2 minutes.
Fine. See, if you guys are able to do it, it's good. If you guys are not able to do it, it's absolutely fine. No, nothing to worry because I understand you are very new to this thing. It is correct. Adhyatman, correct.
Okay, sir.
No, let me see it. Okay. Copy, paste, and copy pasting your code. Okay. Yes. If I run. Correct. But there are number of ways to do the coding. I will explain using the operator because it will be more simpler to understand because here beginners people is there are there. So I am going to write it in a different way. Okay, let me write it. See, if I am checking if num1 is greater than equal to num2, and I am also checking num1 is greater than equal to num3. Num1, num2, num3 is my variable in which I assign 10, 50, and 50. Fine. And I want to check which of these three number is greatest among these three with the help of code. I am writing if num1 is greater than equal to num2, that means is num1 greater than num2 or equal to, and also checking is num1 is greater than equal to num3. If the two condition is true, then the largest largest is equal to num1. elif elif num2 is greater than equal to num1 and num2 is greater than equal to num3. If this is true, then largest is equal to num2. Else, I am writing largest is equal to num2. And then I am also printing print just print. Are you guys able to understand this piece of code? Let me explain you first. Let me explain you this piece of code. See, these are the three variables, num1, num2, and num3. I am checking. I am using the if, elif, and else statement. I am checking if num1 is greater than equal to num2, and I am here using the and statement. And this is a conditional. This is from the operational part. I have explained you, I think, the day before yesterday. If this is true and this is true, if both are true, then and only it will this block of this. If this is true, if this is if this is true, if this is true and this is true, we know that for A and B, if this is true and this is true, if both is true, then only we get the value as true. If we get the value as true, then it goes inside this block of code and it will execute this. The what if the condition says num1 it is checking if num1 is greater than equal to num2. Is num1 is greater than equal to num2? Please tell me, any one of you. Is num1 is greater than equal to num2? No.
No.
because 10 is not greater than, it is coming out to be false. So it will not go, it will not check beyond that. Because in the first thing only, it is coming out to be false. So this should be false. So it is not going inside this. Now it is coming inside this line. Next line. Elif statement. It is checking, is num2 greater than equal to num1? Yes, num2 is greater than equal to num1. It is coming out to be true. Now it is checking this. Is num2 greater than equal to num3? Yes, num2 is greater than equal to num3. Both these statements is coming, both this condition is coming out to be true. Since both the condition is coming out to be true, this whole block will be true because this is the end statement. For this whole condition to be true, both conditions must be true. Then and only if one of this condition will become false, then the overall the value will become false. That's why this is also true. This is also true. So I am getting true. In that case, what will be the largest value? Num2 will be the largest. Else, only one value is left. That's why I'm telling largest value is num3. At the end, I'm printing this with the help of what? F string that we have studied earlier. Largest element among the three numbers is, I'm putting this curly braces. Inside the curly braces, I'm putting this largest, and I know the largest is num2. This statement is coming out. Are you guys able to understand this? If you say yes, then I will move it.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Now, I am explaining you this piece of code which is written by Adhyatma. Because he has written it in a different way, I have explained you because see, there is no one fixed way to write it. It's up to you. You can write a same piece of code in a 50 different ways, depending upon it's completely fine. So I have explained you this thing. Adhyatman has written the same piece of code in a little bit different way. So let me explain you so that you can understand there is other way also to write the same piece of code. He has not used this end statement and something like that. He has what he has done. He is checking if num1 is greater than num2. If this condition is coming out to be true, if num1 is greater than if num1 is greater than equal to num2, no, this is not coming out to be true. So he has also written after inside this block of code, he has written if num1 is greater than equal to num3, print num1 is largest. Because what he is checking? He is doing the same thing. If num1 is greater than equal to num2, if num1 is greater than equal to, then it will go inside this block of code and check if num1 is also greater than num3. And if num1 is greater than num1 and num1 is greater than num2, that's it means num1 is largest. But in this case, since num1 is not greater than equal to num3, num1 is not greater than num2, this condition is coming out to be false, so it will not go inside this block of code. Instead, what will happen? It will come inside this block of code and it will check is num2 greater than num3? Yes, num2 is greater than num2. The num2 is largest. Let's say if I change the variable here, so I want that it shall go inside this block of code and print num3 is largest. Let's say what I can do, I'm just changing the value, put it, let's say 100 and like this, and now check.
What?
This code is not running now.
Need to check this.
Do you understand why it is not running? Why it is not running? Because num1 is greater than num2. Is num1 greater than num2? No. Fine. Then it is going inside this block. Is num2
Oh, I forgot the
greater than
condition for num3. Oh, wait.
num2 is greater than num3? Fine. Then you have forgotten one condition. That's why it is not coming. Correct? See, we have to write code in such a way that it should be general. If I can change the value of the variable here, it doesn't impact our code. Fine? Correct. But it's commendable, and other guys who are here, because you guys are coding for the first time, so you should never feel embarrassed that you have not able to do this. It's completely fine because we are in a process of learning. So we should not compare ourselves with anyone else because someone has already studied it. That's why he is able to write it, and you guys have not studied yet. That's why you are not able to write it. If you keep on practicing and study in this way, surely we will be able to write it in a very quick span of time. No worries. Next, move to the next piece of code. So I'm writing one. It's better. I will explain you one piece of code. Then I will give you uh, mm, the time to write something. I will add something more in it, and I will give you a time to write that piece of code. Okay, fine. Let's say I'm writing one code. Total underscore price is equal to. I want to calculate the net payable amount after discount, and I have to write a piece of code to explain that. See, total price is equal to, let's say I am taking a value, I am taking an input from the user. So for the input, I have to write input function, and I am asking the user to enter a price. I'm asking user to enter price. Enter price. User will enter the price. Now, if total price is, let's say, less than 100, let's say less than 100, discount is equal to total price print. Else You should type along with me. Will you guys able to understand what I have written? See, I am writing here total price, and I am taking an input from the user. I am asking the user to enter the value of the price. So user is inputting the value, enter price, and since whatever price I have already explained to you, since whatever input the user gives, that is in the form of string. That value is in the form of the string. That's why I'm converting this string value into integer. Why? Because I want value in the form of integer. Right? We have to do some kind of calculation, mathematical calculation, that I want to calculate the discount. After discount, I want to subtract the discount from the total value. Then I will get the net payable amount that I have to pay. So that's why I'm putting it inside. This is called typecasting. I'm converting a string value into an integer value. So whatever the price the user is inputting, now I'm checking if total price is less than 100. If let's say total price is less than 100, then I'm coming inside this block of code and I'm defining this variable discount. Discount is total price multiplied 0.04. This 0.04 is 4%. Right? If the price is total price is less than 100, then I'm offering 4% discount to the user. How I am calculating this? By total price multiplication, 4% is 4 by 100. It comes out to be 0.04. Now I am printing the value of the discount. Print discount. How much is that discount? See, this is a string, and the discount that I am getting is integer. If I want to put it in one statement, I have to concatenate it. So either I shall convert this into, we have to convert this into one single data type. That's why I'm converting it, this integer value into the string value, so that we can able to concatenate it with this string value. So I'm putting str here behind this con. After that, if this, if let's say if this statement comes out to be false, then my control will move to this next line else. And now the value of the discount that I am offering here is total price into 0.10. This is 10% discount. If the total price value is less than 100, I am offering 4% discount. If the, let's say, total price value is greater than 100, I am offering 10% discount. Same thing, discount string, I am converting this into here. And here what we are typing, net payable amount. What is the net payable amount? Total price minus discount. This value comes out to be our net payable amount that that customer has to, or I have to pay after putting the discount. Now let's say I'm running this code. So it is asking me for the price. Let's say I am giving value of 1,000. Enter price is 1,000. Discount is coming out to be 100. This is 10%. And net payable amount is 900, which is 1,000 minus 100. If let's say I am running this code again, and this time I am putting some value which is less than 100. Let's say 50. And now I am running this. Now I have entered this price. So now, since 50 is 50, it is checking. Is 50 less than 100? Yes. Is 50 is, yes, 50 is less than 100. So this statement is coming out to be true. This condition is coming out to be true. So it goes inside this block and execute this block of code. If when I am putting 1000, this comes out to be false, and it is my control goes there, and it is calculating the discount on this. See, we can also write it here like this also. This is also true. In spite of concatenating this, I can also write it like this. Let's see what happens. In spite of this, if I can write this, it will also give us. Let's run this. Guys, let's see. Okay. Here we are using plus and converting this into a string and then concatenating. Here we are not doing anything. We are after this statement, we are putting comma and we are putting simply discount. So the value of discount is directly coming here. We can do it in this way also. Why I have done this? Because so that we have studied the type conversion and all those things. So I thought it would be better if you get hands-on with this thing. Is this understandable for all of you? Can you please tell me yes or no? Or is there any doubt? Mr. Bhagwan, Mr. Ruchi, Ms. Ruchi,
Yeah, I'm getting syntax error here.
you must be doing something wrong. You can send me screenshot. You can send me your code in chat box so that I can check it and then revert. It's better if you can send me the code in my chat so that I can copy your code and put it here, and I will run it, and then I will explain you what wrong you are doing. It is the best thing to do. Ruchi, I am not hearing you.
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you there? Is this thing understandable?
yeah, yeah.
Have you understood? Okay, fine. Great. See, I want to make the session interactive so that you guys don't feel lost.
I have not received I have not
What?
received that previous notes of the class that we did about different operating functions.
You have, I have shared, I have mailed you then and there only at the end of the class. What I think I remember.
Mm,
You must check your mail. It must be on your email. If you didn't receive, I will mail you. No issue. I will mail you today after the class.
Okay.
It's a keyboard interrupt.
Keyboard interrupt.
Yeah.
Will you
I'll
please?
send
Will
you
you please?
I'll send you
On
the
the
WhatsApp. Yeah.
okay WhatsApp, but it will be good if you can send me in chat box. That will be great.
I'll be able to
If you
send
are
it in the
able,
chat box.
okay, fine, but make it a habit of sending it in a chat box. What's the benefit? Like say, Adhyatman just has sent me his code in my chat box. So what I have done, I have just copied that code and just paste it here and then run it. And if so, in this way, my work and it is your it is code will be visible to you. And if I will make any changes there, you can see it. And at the same time, you can make the changes on your screen there and run the code. This is the benefit of sharing your code on the chat box. Fine. Let me see it. What you have sent. Okay. See, in the else statement, I think your indentation is wrong. So please correct your indentation. I suppose your indentation must be wrong. Everything is correct in the else statement, else block of code. You check the indentation, else, discount. Indentation of discount is, I suppose it is wrong. You can correct it and run the code.
See, when I'm entering input, then there is some problem. Keyboard interrupt is coming.
Okay. See, this way it's better if you can. Have you checked this indentation of the else block?
Sorry?
Have you checked the indentation of the else block in your code?
No.
See, I think if total price is less than 100, this indentation of discount is also, I suppose, you please check your indentation block.
No,
There's something,
indentation is okay.
German is there and he is doing fantastic. Yes, he is solving a code like this. Yes, yes,
No,
yes.
Hey, bro.
the indentation is okay. Huh?
That means your father is there. He is
Yeah, I
asking.
recognize his voice.
Yes, yes, yes. So I think at the end of the class, I will take your doubts. Is it fine for you? Because in this way, I'm not able to understand from the when I get the code. If you are able to have access to chat, I am just copy pasting this piece of code so that you can run it in the chat. You can copy from there and run the same piece of code. Here is chat. All of you, I have put this code in the chat box. So you can check your chat window and you can copy the code from the chat. And simply you have to paste it in your cell and run that piece of code. Now, I am giving you a very simple problem, and I suppose you have to do nothing here in this case. Yeah, this is just a standard version of this. See, Here, what I was doing, I was calculating the total net payable amount, correct? And I am doing what? If the total price is less than 100, then I am giving the discount of 4%. Otherwise, I am giving the discount of 10%. Now, what you have to do? You have to do this. If total price is less than 100, then discount is equal to 4%. 4%. Total price is let's say less than 500, then discount is equal to let's say how much percent? 8%. Let's take 8%. And if total price is total price is total price is greater than equal to 500, then discount is equal to 10%. You have to calculate the net payable amount. You have to calculate this. It's very simple. We have already done it. It's just extended. You have to just put a one line of code, add one line of code inside this and execute it. Be quick. Fast.
I'm sorry, I was gone to the washroom. What did we do like just now?
Whatever thing that we have done in this code, see what we actually have done. We have calculated the net payable amount. And what is that net payable amount? Is total price minus discount. So I have changed a condition here. I have add one more condition. Here the condition is first condition. If total price is less than 100, my discount is 4%. If total price is less than 500, my discount is 8%. And if total price is greater than equal to 500, my discount percent is 10%. So there is nothing new here in this code. Ruchi, are you able to understand this problem?
Yeah.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. When you complete it, kindly ping me your code in my chat box. Now time's up, time up, time up. Let me explain you this. See, I have to do nothing new here. Simply, I will copy this entire piece of code. Please understand. Everyone, please on the screen, please see on the screen what I am doing. I am doing nothing new here. I am doing this entire, I am just copying this entire piece of code and pasting it in a new cell. See, I have given you three conditions. So my first condition is total price is less than, I am taking an input from the user about the price. If total price is less than 100, my discount is 4%. I have already, 4% is already there in this code and I'm printing the discount, correct? Now I'm adding, I have to add only this condition. So what I will do, I will just elif, I will do what I will do. I will do just elif, and I am putting the second condition. What is my second condition? I'm also copying this thing, and here it is my second condition. Just I have to change it from 500 to this thing. And my third condition is this. And simply I will run this code. And let's say my, there is nothing in this. Simply I have to add one more condition. Let's say if I will put one more condition here. Let's say I want to add one more condition. One more condition. What is that condition? Let's say if total price is less than 1000, give discount of let's say 10%. And if total price is and if total price is greater than equal to 1000, I am giving the discount of discount is equal to 12%. Let's say if I add this condition, one more condition, I have to do nothing. I will just simply copy this condition and I will paste it here. And I will simply change the value of these things. Here value is 1000 and here 4%, here 8% is there, so 8%. Here what percent is there? 10%. So I will put it like 10% and here 12%. So then run this code. Let's say I'm getting 900. Now it's coming. I'm sending this piece of code in the chat window. So if any one of you are not able to do it, you can just copy this code from the chat box and just paste it in your cell. Your code will get run. Is this thing understandable? Have you guys got this thing? If there is yes, please come upstairs. I'm in class. Please come in the seminar. Please come. See, have you guys done this? I'm expecting something, some answer from you guys.
Same keyboard interrupt is coming.
Okay, I will check it because sometimes when you don't have you have an error, I will rectify it. Maybe it's better if you can share me your screen. Can you able to share me your screen?
No,
Will you please share me?
actually using this thing in other laptop.
Oh, that's the issue. Because if you can share this screen, then maybe I can able to check it. No issues. After the class, I will give you enough time. I will give you, and I will. You can share me your screen, and I will rectify it. Is it fine for you?
Yeah,
In the meantime, you can see this piece of code and check if you are doing any indentation error or some other error, something like that. You are using Google Colab or Jupyter Notebook?
Google.
Google Colab, fine. You can once interrupt your kernel and then check it, maybe, or restart your kernel and check it, restart and run all kind of thing, restart and clear output, and then you can check if it's running or not. Now, let's get into another piece of code. In this is a very simple example to check whether the number is positive, negative, or zero. But here we will be using the nested if else statement to check the same thing. Here we will be using the nested if else. What is nested if else? If inside the if block, or if else inside the if block. The same way that we have done here. Here, see, this is the nested. Here, what we are doing, this is one block of code, and inside that if block, and inside that we are again using if else. So this is called nesting. When we are using, this is the nesting. So we have already done this. It's fine. Okay. Okay, fine. Let me explain you something new here. Now we will be studying about the range function. See what range range function. This is something new because you have not yet studied. Maybe Adhyatman has studied already, but this is new for you. Range function. What does range function say? Let me first open my this. Let to open. Check. Okay, I have to stop sharing. No. Yes. Getting the option of writing. Will you guys can see where is the whiteboard coming? Because it's very new for me also. So I'm searching where is the whiteboard so that I can start writing. But I'm not getting an option to write. Uh, maybe here in the head, but it's not happening. Maybe here, but not. So it's oh, whiteboard, yes. Now comes whiteboard. Takes this much just to find. Okay, fine. Now is this visible to you? My whiteboard? Can you please confirm me, yes or no?
No, sir.
No.
Okay. Whiteboard is not visible. Okay, wait. Now is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But I'm not getting. When you are new to something, then it is sometimes very difficult to handle the things. In the beginning, just like you guys are facing difficulty while coding, same thing is with me. I am facing a lot of difficulties when I'm trying to like do something new. Yeah. So yes. Okay. So what to write here? So where is the pen coming? Pen is not coming anywhere. Hmm. Okay. Is my whiteboard now visible?
Yes, sir.
Will you guys please confirm? Is my whiteboard visible?
Yes, sir.
Ruchi, is it visible to you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. See, I am discussing a range function. So what we can write the range function. Please pardon me for my handwriting because I am not used to writing on this whiteboard. So I am improving my handwriting. So let's see. As you have studied, this range function gives you a value in certain range. Okay. So you are also started writing on this whiteboard. Okay. So this range function, what it do, it gives you a value in a certain range. So let's say if I am writing range of 10, let's say. So it will give you the value from 0 to 10. But here the important thing is that this is the lower limit, and this is the upper limit. This is the upper limit. Upper limit. When the range is 10, it is giving 0 to 10, but 10 is excluded. 10 is excluded. Ten is always excluded from this. So what it means, if I say, if I let's say range 5, it means actually range from 0 to 5. It means actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 5 is not included in it. We exclude the upper limit. Now, if I say like this, give me range from 0 to 10 with a step size of 2. This is 2. Sir. This is 2. What it means, I am telling that give me the value from 0 till 10, excluding 10. Till 10 means not 10 is not included, excluding 10. And this is the step size. This is called step size. Step size. That means with a step of 2. What value it will give? First, it will give me 0. Then it will give me 2. Then it will give me 4. Then 6. Then 8. And 10 is not included. That's why. What it means, it will give me the value in the interval 0 to 10, but with a step size of 2. It will exclude 1. 1 is not included. Exclude 3. Exclude 5. Exclude 7. These values it can. If I say, let's say, let's take one more example. If I say, let's say, range is, if I say, let's say, range 0 to 20 with a step size of 5. This is lower limit, this is upper limit, and this is the step size. You should remember this. This is lower limit. This is upper limit, and this is step size. So it will give me 0, 5, 10, 50. Because step size is 5. Now let's take one more example. Let's say range 10, 50 with a step size of 50. So, Ruchi, will you please tell me what value it will give me?
10 will be the lower limit.
Okay, fine.
20 will be your step size and 50 will be your upper limit.
So what value I will get here?
Where I'm not able to see.
Are you not able to see my screen? Is my screen not visible to you guys?
It is, but I'm not getting where we will get the value. What value you are talking about? That
If
I'm not
I,
able to.
okay, see what I have explained you. If I will say range from 10 to 20 to 50 with a step size of 20. So if I want to know what value is inside this range, so what I will get? What is the first value that I will get? First
I will
value
get
will always 10, okay, and second value
20.
why 20?
20.
10 plus 20.
10 plus 20.
Because the step size is 20 now. So this is 30.
Ah, yeah. It will be 30.
And next value 30 plus
30
20
plus 10. 40.
plus 20. That means 50.
50.
But since 50 is my upper limit and we do not consider taking the upper limit, so only we will get two values, 10 and 30.
30.
Do you understand this?
Yeah, understood.
This is 10 and step size is 20. After 10, I will add 20 in this 10, then we will get another next value. If we add 20 here, then we will get next value. But my 50 is, I want to calculate in between. 15 is not included. That's why we are not considering this. I am only considering these two, 10 and 30. Mr. Sankar, are you able to understand this? Mr. Sankar? Am I get yes or no from you? Fine. So I am closing this whiteboard, and now I am coming to the coding part to make you understand. Okay, let me share my screen. Fine. See, for I in range 10, just type along with me. And this is the for loop. In the range function, we will also study about the for loop. We will study about the for loop in details, but just here to understand the range function. First, see this. Let me write this. Range 10. What I will get? I will get range 0 to 10. Now let's see this. For I in range 10. Print I. See, first you have to understand this. Here I will be explaining you two different things. First thing I will explain you range function, and second thing I will explain you how for loop is working here. Fine. So first, you have already understood what this range function will do. This range function, range 10, will generate what values? Will generate, let's say, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 10 is not included. This range function will generate this value. Am I right? So we can also put this thing, in spite of this range 10, we can also put this value. Because range function is actually generating this. Now, for what this for loop is doing, for I in range this. For your understanding, I'm making it a little bit simpler. Let's take it for I in, and range 10, I am replacing this with this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And I am putting this this column because I am closing this for what this, and then in the next statement I am printing I, and now I am running this. Let's see what happens. I am getting 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. First, I have to again open my whitebook to explain you certain things. There is the whiteboard, but whiteboard option is not coming here. So let me. From where I will to get this. Here comes the. See, are you able to see my whiteboard?
No,
No.
sir.
No?
No.
Okay. I have to. Okay, fine. I understood what is happening. So I have to first start sharing my white. Share, new share. I have to do new share. Then I have to select whiteboard. Thereafter it is visible. Now I think it should be visible. I think now it is visible. Is it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, fine. So what I was writing, I have to first explain you this piece of code. Here, then we will do it in a collab. See, I have written for I for I I in range 10. This range function, and then here column.
Nothing is visible. Only whiteboard is visible. Whatever you're writing is not visible.
Okay. Let me first stop this sharing, then I will again start. Okay, putting Y visible. Your screen sharing is paused. Stop share. Now is my whiteboard visible? Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, it's visible.
Is it visible? Fine.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. See, guys, I am also very new on these technologies, so that's why I have to struggle with this. But this is the way to move forward. Something it's like see. So we are talking about the range function. So in this range function, we will also be learning about the for. So let me explain you first. For for I, not I, this not for I in, let's say, range 5. And then I'm putting a semicolon, and after indentation, I'm putting I print. So what it means? First thing is that this range function, range 5, is generating the value from 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These 4 values. 5, since 5 is not included, upper limit is not included in the range function. So range function is generating these 4 values, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's understand, write it in this way. For I is one variable. I have taken this as a variable. This is a way of looping uh, through the for loop. In, let's put it like this. I am replacing this range function with the value what it is generating 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is colon, and I am printing I print C. First, let's suppose this is our 0 index. This is our first index. Let's put it in some color. This is our 0th index. This is our first index. This is our second index. This is our third index. This is our fourth index. So, what is happening? First, I is going to the 0th index, this index, 0th index, and taking its value. Then it is index, I'm writing here index I. Okay. Index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here value, since here index and value are both same, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is here happening? I is first going to the 0th index, this index, and printing its value. Then in the first loop, during the first loop, I is going to this. During the first loop, I is going to the first index, taking its value. First index is taking its value 0, and then it is printing its value. So I am getting 0. In the second loop, thereafter first loop will get completed. In the second loop, I is index of I becomes 1, and now it is taking the value from the first index and printing its value. In the third loop, I is going to the second index, taking its value 2 and printing its value. Print I. In the fourth loop, I is getting the index of 3. It is taking its value and printing its value. In the fifth loop, I is taking the value index of I is 4. So it is taking the value from the fourth index and printing its value. This is how the for loop is working. First, it is going to the first index and it is printing its value, because here I am giving the print. Then during this is happening in the first loop. It is called loop. It is going like this. It is going like this. First loop, second loop, third loop coming. It is in the first loop, this is printed. In the second loop, this is printed. In the third loop, this is printed. In the fourth loop, and every time it is, let's say, it is going in the first index, and then it is printing its value. Then it is coming back, taking this first index, then printing its value. Then it is again coming back, taking the second index and printing its value. It is going like that. Are you guys able to understand this? Please tell me yes or no. Or shall we move ahead?
Yes, we understand.
Understood?
Yeah.
Correct. So now close white box. I am now sharing my screen, and we will be doing some coding. Same thing I have done here. For IE, if you can put this simply and run this, you will get 0 till 1. Because first range function is performing its task. So what range function is doing? Range function is giving me this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now when it is looping this is same as the range 10. Then it is looping. First I is printing 0. Then I not 0. It is taking the first index and printing. Then it is going second index. It is printing. It is going to the third index and it is printing. It is printing like that, one after the other. That's why in the print command we are getting 0 to 1. Will you guys please just in a quick, you will type this and print on your screen. I am replacing this with range for I in range 10. We will be discussing more about the for loop. This is because I want to make you understand this range function, how this is working in coding. That's why I've explained you all this. Let me write one more code for your understanding. what I have just now explained you. For I in range, here I is a variable. You must remember it is here I is a variable. In the first iteration, I is taking the value this. In the second iteration, I is taking the value this one. In the third iteration, every time it is iterating, the value of I is changing. And it is printing in the first iteration, since I has taken the value 0, that's why it is printing 0. During the second iteration, it has taken the value 1, that's why it is printing 1. And it goes like that. For I in range 0, comma 20, comma 5 print time. What shall I get? I will get 0, 5, 10, 15. Why? Because here my lower limit is 0, I am getting 0, upper limit is 20, and my step size is 5. So I am getting a value with a step size of 5. That's why after 0, I am getting 5, after 5, 10, after 10, 15. Let's take something else. Let's change it here. Let's do it like 100, 20, and let's do it like 300. Not 300, let's 300, and with the step size of, let's say, 20. And let's see what value I'm getting. See, I'm getting my first value lower limit is 100. I'm getting a 100. After that, I'm getting a value with a step size of 20. 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, just like that till 280. Because my upper limit is 300, so I have to take the value before that one, because this value is not included. Is this fine for you guys? Shall I stop here and shall we plan next day for our next coding program? Now let me stop sharing my screen. If you guys want to I will be like taking the downloading it, and I will be mailing you this notebook. Okay, I have downloaded it. I will mail you this thing to you. Is there anything? Stop sharing. I've stopped sharing. So, is there anything from today class which you want to understand? If there is any doubt, you can ask me. And how is the system for all of you? Will you please comment? Will you please comment? How is the system for you? Whether you like this system or not? How was the experience? Ruchi, will you please explain, tell me something in your words, in your voice? I'm getting your chat, but will you please tell me in words?
It was nice, but I was running few codes and I'm not able to. I'm getting error in few ones.
Okay. See, this is happening because when we are learning, when we are a beginners, these things happens to you. And since you don't have an option to share your screen, so uh, that's why it is very difficult for me also to see your screen and then correct your code. Anyways, whatever doubts you have, we can take. I will please share me your doubts and I will try to clarify your doubts. In this way, we can move it. Is there anything more you want?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Fine. Fine, Ruchi. Mr. Shankar, will you please tell me something? Will you want to say something? Mr. Adhyatman,
Yes, sir.
will you please share something about this session? Anything which you like or which you didn't like?
Sir, it was a good
Anything?
session.
Okay, fine. So thank you guys for coming and hope we will meet soon. I will inform you guys when is our next live session. And before the session starts, I will make sure that whatever doubts you, Ruchi and Mr. Bhagwan, you have, I will clarify that. Then only we will do the next session. Okay, fine.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, when will the next session be?
I will inform you, Adhyatman, maybe on your number and share you the details link with you.
Sir, because I'm just trying to think that like today
Yes.
was Friday, so because I have a 2-day holiday from school, I could attend this session, but since this is a
Yes,
long session,
yeah, today was a long session, but usually I keep the session sometimes for 1 hour or maybe sometimes for 2 hours.
okay, sir.
So maybe Sunday I will keep the session maybe for 2 hours or maybe more than that. But in that we will take a break in between, like 15 minutes break or 15-20 minutes break. If the session will be longer, we will take a break in between for something. And tomorrow I'm not sure about tomorrow, so it's better I will inform you.
Mm.
Okay, Ruchi, don't worry. You will understand it. There's not an issue. And don't or guys, please don't feel embarrassed because when we start coding, these things happens. This is not a big thing. It happens with everyone. As soon as you become comfortable with coding, you will then start learning coding. Okay, fine. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.